everybody, it's your boy, the Versace Stoner, with another episode of VSW.
This one's a big tune.
That's right, folks. Big news flash up. Oh my God! VSW.
Brass hats know what time it is. Get up off of your seats and bow down to the king.
One of the greatest in this game and one of my favorite all-time people in this game. The Versace Stoner.
It's places like this. I started in a mill. I'm here still in a mill. I consider myself a mill wrestler.
Welcome, everybody. It's your boy, the Versace Stoner. We got a very special interview today with NWA superstar Jake Logan.
Hello.
How is it going, Jake?
Good, man. How are you?
How's it? Doing good. Welcome to the VSW podcast. I'm your host, the Versace Stoner. I'll just tell you quickly what we do. We started last year covering the independent scene here in New England. Just kind of getting eyes and ears on a product that just wasn't getting eyes and ears. And we kind of just flourished from there. Great wrestler, great trainer. And I've been told that you have some news for the wrestling world.
Yeah, I work with Control Your Narrative with EC3, Adam Scher, Killer Cross, and we are opening our new company called Control Your Narrative. Our first show is on October 5th in Orlando, Florida, and then our second show will be a televised show, March 31st in Dallas, Texas.
Wow. So plans are really in the works though already, and like you said, television, fans coming into it. Has this been something that's been kind of in the works for a little bit now, behind the scenes?
Yeah, so we've already shot two movies, Free the Narrative 1, Free the Narrative 2. First one was headlined by EC3 and Matt Cardona. The second one was EC3 versus Adam Scher, and of wrestling with in-depth character development and storytelling. And it's a fun ride.
So would you say it's something like compared to like kind of how like Lucha Underground was, kind of like cinematic-y, but really good wrestling?
I'd say cinematic, but we're definitely our own blend of wrestling.
Very good. Because I mean, sometimes things do get repetitive, obviously, as you might know. Um, but this is very exciting because these, the names you mentioned are all names that people know. We've seen them on TV, we've
Hmm.
seen them in some of the biggest arenas and stages in the world, and now we get to see them in a little bit of a different light, with more control over themselves.
Right. Well, I mean, with 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 the narrative, it's always about, in order to have what you really want, you must become who you really are. The guys that we saw on TV that show up in the narrative aren't the guys that we watched on TV. They're themselves. They're a new brand of who they really are, if that makes sense.
Yes, no, I definitely get that. Working in the business, working with a lot of different wrestling guys, I see a lot of different, even just, obviously from what you see in front of fans to what you see, in everyday life, there could be drastic changes. But also, like, I know people that have definitely been on the path of just, I wouldn't say the bad creative control, I would just say the wrong creative control for them, and it's just kind of been like, okay, now that they've been thrown into a new light, they've gotten to do what they need to do, and all of a sudden they're kind of shining, and it's kind of really great to see. And it's great to see that even on a larger scale level, we see it sometimes, just with the brand change from a wrestler, just going from one brand to another, or going to one show to another, whatever it is, you do see this kind of transformation take place.
Right.
And it seems like you guys have kind of basing a whole show on just not
cutthroat promoters and egos and everything. Like this is in the narrative, we strive for success, but we strive to be the the best out there.
No, I get that. I get that. I mean, I watched a lot of independent wrestling because I wanted something different. And that, like I said, that just intrigues me because it's not what we really see on TV.
Well, even with like watching the independents and everything, like when I say that this is our own blend of wrestling, like this isn't going to be about flips and kicks and suicide fight. And yeah, that's how you discover your true self.
So now I'm
How
really
much do
intrigued.
you
It's
know about
almost like a
yourself if
fight
you've never
club
been in
here.
a fight?
It's almost
There's
like
an idea of that behind it, yeah. Because I mean, how much do you really know about yourself if you've never been in a fight?
no, you don't. You don't know what you can survive. You don't know what you can do. You really don't know what your true inner self can pull out of until you're put into these situations that call for that.
Yeah,
So you know that's just 100% correct. You know, no matter what it is, whether it be fighting, whether it be wrestling, whether it be just surviving on the street, whether it be going into the army, the military, you get put into these drastic situations, and your true inner self does come out and shine.
exactly.
And if you can replicate that or get to that level on TV, I mean that's almost like a miracle happening. But it's most definitely possible. And like I said, with the names that you mentioned, they these people already have a great fan base. You already have a great fan base.
Thank you.
And
I
here,
love
I mean, I'll be honest. Here
everybody.
with New England, I mean, the NWA is a little bit out of our territory. We don't really get to course, and new promotions get thrown out there. But with guys already coming in with these major fan bases, I mean, there is a good chance you get huge view numbers right off the bat.
Right.
Um, you know, um, and it seems like you guys are gonna go full steam ahead with this. I'm guessing merch will be sold, stuff like
Oh,
that.
of course, of course. We gotta make our living.
Of course, and
we gotta pay these. We gotta pay these producers for the TV deal.
yeah, and that's just great too that you also got that TV deal kind of already there. It's just a matter of doing it, and that makes a big difference as well. That really gets you a fan base that you can't get much. I mean, honestly, anywhere else except with the TV deal. And it also puts you right up with the other big boys of the wrestling league.
Exactly.
And I mean, do you guys have? I mean, I'm obviously nobody's will outright and come and say it ever. But I mean, you guys plan on trying to run against these bigger companies head to head, or you just kind of you're your own brand. Whoever
Yeah,
watches me watches
we're
me.
we're our own brand. We don't plan on competing against anybody. Like I said, this is our own blend of wrestling. It's either for you or it's not for you. You decide on that, you know?
See, I like to
And
hear that. That's what I like to hear. And I like to hear that because I believe when the competition comes out and people just focus on the other side or the other team, it just loses themselves and it just becomes a disaster. Um, but hearing you say that it's going to be your own brand, you don't really care what's going on in the outside world. You're going to just take care of what's happening in house. I love hearing that.
yeah, too many of us, some of these guys have been thrown in the dumpster per se and not given a second look. I was given a tryout and nothing came of it. I've been in this business. I've been around this business for 21 years. I've been wrestling for 12, and I've had opportunities, but it's like I'm in the good hand category. And so with Control Your Narrative, this is a good outlet for me to not only fight, but to show people what they're missing out on when it comes to Jake Logan.
Yeah, exactly. Why, what, what was the other company thinking of not picking you? And at this point, it might be too late. You might find more success here than you ever could find in a rival company. We've seen that happen in AEW, for instance. A lot of guys found more success there than they could anywhere else. They redefined themselves with new names, and they were off and gone.
Right.
And again, that can be great. And with you going here, will you still be in the NWA? Or is people gonna be exclusive?
So I actually, as far as the NWA goes, I haven't done anything with the NWA since 2017. I won
Okay.
the NWA national title. I was the youngest to ever hold it. And then once Billy Corgan bought it, and nothing against Billy, but I haven't been recognized since then. I would definitely love to try to get some work with the NWA. Um, I would love for some of us narrative guys to pop up in there. Storm the three letter brands. Um, I would definitely like another shot at the national title. I mean, Chris Masters, if you're listening to this, here's the challenge. So
So I'm okay. So going back to this, so there won't be really any exclusivity. No one's. You can only wrestle for us, and that is it. If somebody can get another match elsewhere, it's kind of cool.
absolutely, in the narrative, there's no contracts.
Oh, okay. So that's a different aspect right off the bat.
Exactly.
As far as the TV wrestling, promotion, something on TV, they always throw contracts at people. In the Indies, there's obviously no contracts most of the time, but when you get to the TV level, so that's good. So people, it's kind of like a revolving.
Go to YouTube and look up "Control Your Narrative," and you can find both the movies on there. They're about an hour and a half apiece. You'll get a lot of a better understanding of what we are and who we are. Um,
Definitely. We were actually gonna do that after we did this interview. My partner actually couldn't make it though. He actually got called into work today. Normally it's both of us.
well,
And
yeah,
that's what we do like to do here. We do like to put eyes and ears on you.
absolutely.
And we can't honestly be more excited for this. Who knows? Maybe we'll even try to get out there. We always talk about taking road trips. Last year we extended down to the Kansas area around there. So maybe we will come out further. And that, you said you're running a show in Texas. That is definitely doable by us, especially if we can fly there. We don't have to drive.
Yeah, I mean the TV taping will be Thursday, March 31st. It'll be the same week as that one company has their big yearly event. Um, so yeah,
That's gonna be great. We can't wait to watch all that and cover all that and feel that. And we're gonna be doing like I said, we're gonna be trying to cover this as it goes live and everything. That's what we like I said, like to do. And like I said, the big names. And let me ask you this. Obviously you got your core roster, but as far as like I'm gonna be honest, this is gonna probably be a lot of independent stars listening to us right now. Is there gonna be eventually like tryouts for these guys that want to work with you guys?
there's in the narrative there's no tryouts. There's no there's no the only competition is the competition that gets in the ring with you. So if you want to show up to the narrative, all you have to do is knock on the door.
You just gotta knock on the door and prove yourself,
Knock on the door.
basically.
Like I said, to control your narrative, you have to fight. If you want to fight, knock on our door. There's always a fight for you.
Well, that about explains it all. Really. And like I said, this just seems unprecedented. There seems to be nothing like this out there right now. There seems to be nothing like out this that has been out there before. So, this is really going to be just something brand new in the wrestling world.
Exactly. And I'm super excited that I've been included in this because for 12 years I've been sick of just being this journey kid pro wrestler begging for it. I'm tired of being just a professional extra waiting aimlessly for an opportunity. because I didn't grow up in this business to be mediocre, and so this is the perfect outlet to show who I am and who Jake Logan is.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be your shining spot. You're going to go in, you're going to become the best self that you can possibly be here. And you're going to fight.
Oh, absolutely.
And just can't wait. We just can't wait for that, like I said, to happen.
Sounds like you got a circus going on back there.
I do. My son is home. He is all excited. He just wants to be a part of everything. I'm going to bring him on. Just give me a second. Hey, sorry. Hey, do you want to say hi on the podcast? You want to say hi? Sorry. Hey, this is Jake Logan. Say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
This is John Luca. He's only 3.5, but he's a wrestling fan. He'll be watching with us.
All right.
You're going to be excited to watch, right? You like to be on the podcast? What's the name of the podcast?
BSW podcast.
The BSW podcast. Gotta love the kids that love wrestling. I mean, I started watching when I was about his age. WrestleMania 2 is my earliest memory. I'm 38 now. Oh, Francione had to work. Yeah. Oh, okay. I will take care of that. Don't you worry. But yeah, like I said, it's always good to get new fans. And that will be my final question with you. Is this going to be geared towards any demographic, or is this going to be kind of for everybody?
We of course want anybody to tune in, but we want everybody to tune in. We want everybody to figure out, okay, is this going to be a wrestling outlet that you could turn everything else off and watch, or is it not going to be? Like I said earlier, it's either for you or it's not for you, because this is like I've been saying.
But
It's
it's
our own
not going to
blend.
be targeted specifically for one certain age group or, one certain demo. It's going to be like, here it is. You like it? Cool. If you don't, change the channel.
Exactly. That's exactly who we are.
Great. We love it. Like I said, we can't wait. I thank you for your time. Thank you for coming on my podcast. Sorry for all the commotion. Like I
No
said, it's
worries.
been
Thank
a
you.
busy day here at the VSW. Thank you again, and we will definitely check out. And you know what? We will probably check back in with you maybe in a couple of months, after these shows run.
Sounds great, man. I look forward to it.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
Well, there you have it, folks. Jake Logan, a new promotion, a new wrestling experience. We got some great big names coming aboard. It's